Namaskar. I'm Sri Iyer of pgurus, and I have something to say about this Islamophobia bill that is being piloted by Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. In my opinion, the US is playing a dangerous game by passing a bill whose effects they do not comprehend. Why, you ask? Let's just take a look at the timeline. The Islamophobia Bill was passed in the US Congress on the 14th of December 2021. Since then, in Rajasthan, India, Kishan Boliya was shot dead by a motorcycle-borne man in retaliation for a Facebook post he had shared on January 6th. The date he was killed was the 25th because someone claimed that his Facebook post hurt the sentiments of the Muslim community. People decided to act. And in connection with that, two mullahs and a few others have been arrested. Now, this is in India. In Anaj Mandi, Sindh, Pakistan, a 44-year-old Hindu businessman identified as Sunil Kumar was shot dead on the 2nd of January. The demand for the immediate arrest of the assassins of the Hindu trader was raised during the protest. The incident led to the shutdown of the city, but nothing happened after that. Why is Pakistan, why is Sindh especially so Hindu-phobic? Let's try and read on a little bit more. This is what is really happening in Pakistan. Indoctrination against Hindus in schools in Pakistan. A Pakistani journalist had revealed how hatred against Hindus is indoctrinated in educational institutes in the country. He made the remarks in the aftermath of a brutal lynching of a Sri Lankan factory manager who happened to be a Christian on charges of blasphemy in Sialkot, a city in the Punjab province in Pakistan. During a program held on Tellings with Imran Shafkat, one of the panelists lamented about the intolerance and bigotry taught at both governmental and non-governmental schools in Pakistan. What are our children being taught in schools? When my children return from school, they ask me bizarre questions. One day, my son asked whether we have Hindus in Pakistan. I told him about my Hindu friend. He then told me how his teacher encouraged him to kill Hindus in Sindh. These are like primary school, middle school kids, and that's what they are being taught. This is not just it, there is more. 5 brothers run over and killed and 3 critical in a deliberate hit and run accident in Bangladesh. Explaining the reason behind this, one of the survivors, Munni, said that on 29th January 2022, a mob of 40 to 50 people attacked her family. A day after that incident, her father died of a heart attack. Munni says her father used to organize Durga Pujas in the area, which had already angered the Islamic fundamentalists. In January last month, her brother Deepak Sushil, who was living abroad, had brought 4,000 bricks and gravel to build a small temple in Hasinapura area, which angered the Muslims. About 30 to 35 Hindu families live in this village, but since the construction of the temple was started, Munni's father was threatened. The mother, Mrinalini Sushil, who had lost her children, cried, "Who will I go to with the grandchildren of my 5 sons? Next Monday, Champak's daughter will turn 1 month old. My children have never done any harm to anyone. Why were my 5 children killed like this?" The surviving sister related the accident that happened on the 8th of February as follows. This is the 10th day, and 10th day there is a ceremony that all Hindu families perform. The 10th day of passing of their father, they all go to the temple, do some special worship. This is something that is followed throughout the Sanatani culture. My 6 brothers and 1 sister were about 2 feet away from the road on the day of the accident. While my brother and I were on the road, instead of hitting both of us. So basically, there are some brothers on the side of the walking along the side of the road, and 1 brother and 1 sister, and the sister is the survivor. They were walking actually on the road. Now, what she's saying is, instead of hitting both of us, the pickup man crushed my brothers. After that, he returned again and crushed my brothers and my sister. So this was a premeditated attack. They went after them over and over, again and again. The 5 brothers killed are Dr. Anupam Sushil, 47, Nirupam Sushil, 45, Deepak Sushil, 40, Champak Sushil, 30, and Swarn Sushil, 24. His father, Suresh Sushil, their father, Suresh Sushil, had died 10 days ago. As part of the funeral, all the 7 sons and 2 daughters of the family were going to the temple to worship on the day of the incident. Now, the bigger question that we all need to ask is, here is a religion that is being taught to hate and, in fact, kill the non believers. And then, somebody comes and says that the world is turning Islamophobic and that we should have a bill to monitor this. Take a minute and think about this. What did the international ambassador at large do? He doesn't think about all these things. All these things are not visible to him. This person is an Islamic Indian American person, Rashad Hussain. All he sees is, oh, there is a hijab controversy in India, and that this is hurting the sentiment. Somewhere you go and pick some stupid thing, a little thing. By the way, the hijab is not there in Islam, and it's not part of the Islam, and they need to really understand where this thing comes in. And there is, so many people spout nonsense without completely understanding the religion. So I urge people to first read about their religion before they come and make these comments. In the United States, we don't really, educate ourselves with other religions. So none of this is being analyzed to the extent and depth that it should be. So in my opinion, the passing of this bill is encouraging all these communities to do things that they would never think of doing. You have to remember that the day after Islamophobic bill was passed in the United States, that all the channels in Pakistan TV discussed nothing else. So what is it that they are celebrating? This religion, the way it is being taught now in schools in some countries, it needs serious introspection. The United States would be doing a grave harm by passing a bill whose ramifications they have no clue of. Stop this madness. Stop wasting taxpayer money. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please do not forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.